Were you ever
Gotta be
a
in the
chicken
loop.
cutlet, lettuce, tomato, mayo guy?
Small period of time.
So it's funny. So not really funny, but like it's talking about like abbreviating or calling it something. I didn't know this till I was older. So I was told that if you go into a deli and you ask for classic sandwich or the classic, that means chicken cutlet with lettuce, tomato, mayo.
No fucking way.
Yeah, I never called
That's
it that.
bullshit.
I was called out once.
Maybe in like
at a deli.
Iowa, not in these here parts. No fucking way. Fuck that. Whoever told you that is a fucking jerk off. Fuck that person.
Good old days.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
Yes, sir.
I remember we used to fucking bring Colt 45s and OE bottles down here, smoking a blunt.
Old English, St. Ides, Crazy Horse.
No,
You never had Crazy
I
Horse?
don't think so.
It had like a Native American on it.
I don't think so. Doesn't ring a
So
bell.
here's a fun fact. If you see the label, it'll make sense. Crazy Horse is owned by the same people who put out Arizona iced tea.
Really?
Yes.
The 99 cents cans?
Yes.
I'm
I
about
got
it.
time for your bullshit, old man.
Grease slick
Just the
back
guy
there.
who does drugs, right?
Was that the same guy?
I think so.
A little
He's
cheap.
getting twisted. Oh man. Because I know about substance abuse.
Yeah.
You know about substance abuse.
What do I know is that it wasted a good chunk of my life. Obviously, as you know, I had a heart attack back in 21.
Do you think the heart attack was like the point, like, yo, I got to do something?
Yeah, so the heart attack, just being married for only 6 months, I just mentally I had to just check myself out. I just couldn't do it anymore. It was draining me. It was like hard work. You know what I mean?
To just keep living like this foul life.
Yeah, like in order to just function, I had to drink. And in order to get through the day, I just had to drink. And if I didn't have the drink, all I was doing was focusing on how to get the drink or when I'm going to get the next drink. As you know, I used to work at a liquor store. I used to call some of the old guys I know there and be like 7 in the morning, they would tell me, I'm texting them like, hey, when you guys open, drop off this bottle of vodka to my house.
It's fucking crazy, bro.
And I would just...
Dude, I've been there, right? So like I have 3 years sobriety, right?
So
how much? What do you have? You're a little ahead of me, right? You got 4. It's fucking dope.
We're there, one day at a time.
But dude, I remember just like at the end, like getting physically fucking sick and like not knowing like, yo, why am I getting sick? And like having to actually like have to drink to not feel like physically sick. And I didn't even know what was going on. I just thought I was like had like the flu or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But all I could say is like life is, for me, right, is so much better sober. Like everything has purpose, everything has meaning, avoiding problems, hiding, escaping, being sneaky. Dude, life is easy now. Like I don't have to like hide bottles. I don't have to worry to get to the liquor store before it closes, before the end of the night. Do you have experience with that where it's like making sure you have enough booze
for the night,
like before like all booze stores close?
Yeah,
it fucking sucks, dude.
Like let's say like obviously if you're working, you're at work, but you're not really at work because you're like, man, am I gonna make it to the liquor store in time before they close to function for the next day?
It's really crazy shit. It's fucking scary.
It is scary, and it also it's a major distraction from like your day-to-day life, your performance, and just your job, your mental and physical well-being.
Like for me, like it definitely came to the point where like it took over my life. That was the meaning.
Satisfaction survey. You have until Thursday, October 31st.
And we're done.
Thank you.
I was gonna say one of the best things ever is knowing that when you go to bed, you wake up in the morning, you just feel so fucking fresh. You're not like in a fog.
It's crazy.
Confused. You're ready to go. You have energy. Obviously, you can still have good and bad days, but like you wake up and you're just ready to go. It's no struggle.
So you know what's cool, like being sober, right? If I have a bad day, right? It's just a bad day. There's tomorrow. I don't need to like go drink my problems away or anything like that. Like, dude, I have a bad day. Dude, it's not the greatest thing, but it's not the end of the world, you know? And like I've become a stronger person because I have to actually got to deal with stuff like being sober. I don't get to like hide. Just
Be like
kind of
that guy,
all that shit.
just bobbing his head. Bacon, egg, and cheeses. Ketchup or no ketchup?
Are you a little kid? Is this like little kid
It's like,
question
let's
or
just
like
say like
today?
middle school, high school. Would you
Yo,
get a
if you're a
bacon and
little
cheese with
kid, you
ketchup?
gotta put ketchup. You have to.
I
But
would say
like when you grow up, like you gotta knock that shit off.
just plain Jane.
As a kid,
No. Even as a kid, I still liked it. Sometimes with, sometimes without. It just depended. But I don't do ketchup to this day. Now, sometimes maybe do a little hot sauce.
you ever drunk and get an idea like, yo, I'm a fucking chef. I'm gonna make some fucking dope food, and like, yo, you have this idea, and like, you making like pasta with like ketchup, and like it sounds great, but once you eat it, you're like, oh, dude.
Been there. And shout out to Ketchup on Pasta. Mike G at the Grape Exchange taught me years ago. This is all.
What's the trick?
He puts cream cheese and ketchup on
Ooh.
pasta and heats it up and then shakes it, mixes it around. It's like horrible for you, but it actually doesn't taste that bad. It sounds gross. It doesn't
Oof.
taste that bad, but it's yeah.
I think I'll pass on
That's a
that
little
one.
savage style.
Yeah.
It's probably like a. I'm sure most Italians would not be so fond of you putting ketchup and cream cheese on pasta.
Yeah, probably not. How much of a fat fuck were you?
I was a big boy. I was
Like in like Libres, bro.
low 300s.
What do you weigh now?
Now I'm like 193, 194.
Shit.
Lost 100 pounds.
How long did that take?
A year to lose the 100.
Dude, that's fucking fast, no?
It is fast. It's probably not the most normal way to lose weight, but I wanted to stay motivated. The only way I could stay motivated was just being very strict with my diet and just working out. And
So, like, when you went into this, like, what was the whole, like, were you like, yo, I'm just gonna lose 10 pounds? Or you like, yo, I'm gonna lose 100? Like, what was the initial?
initially, I bought a Peloton for me and Sandra. Well, really for her birthday. And I was like, all right, I'll try this out. And I was like, this isn't gonna last very long. And then all of a sudden, I really got.
How much did this thing cost?
It was a big investment. It was like 2,000, no, like $2,500.
So, like, you spent $2,000 being like, yo, this probably isn't gonna last.
Well, I
Just
really
to-
bought it for her.
Just to keep Sandra, it was like, yo, Sandra's gonna use this shit, and like, if I use it once, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just happy wife, happy life. That's
All
what
right,
they tell me.
okay.
So I bought it, did my own diet with it. Didn't really work out because I was losing like a pound, 2 pounds, maybe every 2 weeks. I was like, man, lose 100 pounds. This is gonna take fucking forever.
Years.
So Sandra put together a diet, and then I stuck strict to the diet, and I actually really enjoyed doing the Peloton. And then all of a sudden, I just was like crushing the bike, and the weight just started falling off, and it was the only way that kept me motivated. So it was a motivator to just stick to a strict diet and stick to a workout routine, not eat shit. Like before, I was losing the weight, like everyone stops off at Dunkin' Donuts, grabs a coffee, maybe a donut, maybe a sandwich. I'd fucking stop off at Dunkin' Donuts, grab a coffee and like 3 chocolate frosted donuts. And that would just be like a snack for the day.
That was the old ways.
That was the old ways. Now I go into Dunkin', I'm like, man, it'd be nice to have one of those, but I'm not going to go that route today.
Shit, man.
I still treat myself, but, I keep that to like one day a week, maybe have a little something. Keep myself motivated. Obviously you got to still enjoy life. During the week, I try to stay strict to my diet. I designate the morning time to work out, get it done, so it sets the tone for that day. I'm ready, and I just feel energized and just ready to go, and I feel like I can just conquer the world after I get that in.
Pretty fucking cool.
Pepsi may take good for the first sip or two, but after that, it's garbage. I'm not a fan.
Yo, did you ever notice like people who work for Pepsi? Like, do you know anyone who works for Pepsi?
I used to know actually a driver for Pepsi, but he definitely didn't drink
people who
it.
work for Pepsi, if you don't buy Pepsi, they get so fucking pissed. But people who work for Coca-Cola, they don't give a fuck. They're like, yo, you want to buy Pepsi, buy Coke, like, I don't care. But Pepsi people, dude, they're down your throat. You order Pepsi. You better order fucking Pepsi. You got to keep Pepsi in business. Buy Pepsi stock. You better order Pepsi. Pepsi.
Just not a fan.
Dude, fuck Pepsi.
I think the ultimate test for Pepsi and Coke is if you take a room temperature Coke and a room temperature Pepsi, right? Try both. Coke you can still tolerate. Pepsi tastes like garbage.
So I remember one rare fucking occasion, like once every fucking 5 years, my parents like would go out for the night to some event, right? And dude, my grandfather would watch us, me, my sister, my brother, right?
It's the Irish pizza, right?
Yes. I told you this story?
Yeah.
So we're like, Grandpa, we want pizza. And he's like, all right, I'm going to make you guys pizza. So we're like, oh shit, yo, Grandpa makes pizza. Dude, he went in the kitchen. It was like 4 fucking minutes. Like, mad quick. Like, who makes pizza in 4 minutes? You know what I mean? This cocksucker comes back with fucking pieces of white bread, right? That he put, he doused them with mustard, and then, he put dots of ketchup like it was fucking pepperoni. And we're like, we look at it, we're like, this ain't fucking pizza. This is not pizza. This is no bueno. And we're like, Grandpa, we want pizza. And he's like, this is pizza. It's Irish pizza. And we're like, we don't want it. And he's going, eat it!
The Pepsi and Coke taste, if you drink at room temperature, Pepsi, I think, tastes absolutely horrible. And Coke still tastes decent.
Yo, I agree.
And you can actually ask Roman that. Roman is a Pepsi guy.
Fuck Pepsi.
Yeah.
Fuck Roman.
Yeah.
When was the first time you met Roman?
First time I met Roman was on a plane going to Austin, Texas. I mean, I just remember seeing a kid that kind of looked like me. Feels like, we could be buds. And, I always make fun of him to this day. He has like the star tattoo on his elbow. I was like, oh, he's one of these guys.
Is that because he loves the Dallas Cowboys?
No. If you ask him about it, he just regrets it ever since he got it. So we were on the plane, and I'll never forget. I still have the picture on my phone. The kid was eating fucking Nutter Butters.
Who?
Roman.
Okay.
On the plane, and ever since then, we just hit it off since Austin, Texas. Buds ever since.
Did you have any of his delicious Nutter Butters?
No. Bacon and cheese with the melted cheese with no ketchup. Just delicious.
But the next day when you sit on the toilet, no bueno, bro.
No bueno. Actually, I remember the first conversation I really had with him is since he moved up to Westchester, he misses that he can't just walk outside and like go to like a Chinese spot or like a bodega and just grab something to eat.
At any time.
At any time.
Understandable.
Yeah, he also says he was a Bronx kid, but we used to always make fun because he was in Riverdale. So you being from Morris Park, would you consider that a Bronx guy?
Nah.
Nah?
Definitely not. No fucking way. Yeah, I like that you're spilling all the beans about this guy.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far because then I know he's going to light me up next time.
Yeah. Shout out to Roman. Do you have any tips for anybody who's like, hey, I want to lose 15 pounds? Like, weird tip of the week. What's
tip, I would say just move. Keep your body moving. If you're staying still, you're not doing anything good for your physical and mental health anyway. So keep moving. Put together a plan. If you can't put together a plan, just ask for help. People are out there and willing to help. And then obviously your nutrition and diet at the end of the day is probably the most important to at least maintain that health and physically and mentally.
Do you want me to move this for you? Yep.
She could just walk behind.
She's mad shook. Shook to death. This one. Are you an Arizona iced tea guy?
Yeah, I actually destroyed those probably every day for like in high school because we used to go to Giannoni's over here, the deli, and get Cajun chicken sandwich or a brine with bacon.
Right.
With an Arizona can. I was more of an Arizona green tea guy for some reason.
I had my error with that.
Yeah.
Arizona green tea I thought was the shit. I don't know why.
So it was that, sweet tea, or the regular iced tea.
What about Snapple?
I drank them, but I wasn't the biggest fan. I always liked the Arizona better.
Yeah, you know what was foul?
What?
You ever have Snapple mint?
That sounds disgusting.
Dude, it's gross. Dude, you ever had dip?
That just ruined it.
You've had dip,
yeah.
Right? So if you take the flavor of like the spearmint dip
and soak it in the
and
fucking
you put
Snapple.
it in iced tea, that was Snapple mint. It was gross.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, not a good look.
I remember.
Not a big fan.
What was it? Snapple apple. I think it was weird. It was like a funky apple juice. Tastes pretty good though.
What? So like
fruit punch, actually fruit. I take that back. Fruit punch Snapple.
Snapple?
Yeah, I used to have this weird. There was like a weird phase where I loved fruit punch Snapple.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird, but it was delicious.
Did Snapple ever make like a grape, like grape juice Snapple or no?
I think they made it was like a grape aid or something like that.
I had Snapple orange aid.
That was good too, but no, my thing was the fruit punch. The grape aid, I don't think I've ever even had, but I think they definitely made it.
So if you were to like fuck with iced teas, like back in the day, like what were your go? Like just drinks. Like, did you fuck with Nantucket Nectar?
Yeah, to be honest, if we're talking about iced teas, I'm gonna straight up just say Arizona. Arizona's my shit.
Arizona was the guy.
That was the one.
Big boy.
Yeah, if not,
Tall can.
if I even want to go back further, I think the brand was called Sisps.
Yo, sis were foul, bro. It hurt my throat.
It was like
it was like
it was the
acidic.
carton. It was in the carton.
Yo,
the brown carton with the
Sips.
yellow writing.
I feel like Sips was like put out by the same people who did like Yoo-Hoo.
Yeah,
like
probably.
Something like was not legit with Sips.
You get a nice cold one of those.
You know, it's foul. I don't know what it was. It was like some shit that was something iced tea brisk.
Brisk. My brother was obsessed with brisk. So it tasted good the first like 2 sips.
So I remember like going to the deli and being like, "Let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese." Right? The dude's like, "You want SPK?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
He's like, "SPK, SPK." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, bro, salt, pepper, ketchup." And I'm like, "Oh, of course, yeah." You gotta know the slang. Beck, like BEC, and then SPK.
Well, BEC. If you don't know that one, like get out of here.
Yeah, but your SPK, I was new to the game. The bodega BEC.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, while we're talking about sandwiches, wedges, heroes, sub rolls.
Oh.
Guys, what's your thoughts on all of that slang and lingo?
Yo, if you use like hoagie or grinder, shout out to grinder. Yeah, it's only acceptable. You can talk like that only if like you're from like another state.
Have you ever
No bueno, bro.
Have you ever heard someone
Like
call
if you're from like I don't know where they use that talk, like Massachusetts or
I
wherever.
think Jersey calls them hoagies. I think.
Jersey calls hot dogs rippers.
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't even know that.
weird.
It's actually kind of a cool name though.
What's your take on Walters?
Oof. I'm not even a hot dog like fanatic or fan, but Walters. I know it's like simple, but it's just a good hot dog.
I agree.
Walters has changed tremendously. It used to be just dog, mustard, bun. Now I went with Roman a few weeks ago. They were doing like chili cheese dog on a pretzel bun.
Really?
Yeah, like
Not about that life.
like fried dough, but as French fries fried dough.
Nah, I
Crazy.
need the simple shit. But they still have the simple stuff. You can
Oh, they
still
still
order
have
the
it.
simple stuff.
It's just they've expanded on other stuff.
What was like the most like fat fuck food? Like
So I was just thinking the same
Yeah.
thing. So you want this is crazy. I talked to Reggie about this. So when I was drinking or in my younger years and come back from the bars or from a party, I'd obviously like anyone would going back, you want to raid the fridge,
Yeah.
parents' house. You're like,
Yeah, big
oh,
time.
what did they get today at the supermarket?
Yeah.
Let me see what I can start with. And I would always end up heating up and cooking a whole sleeve of bacon.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh my
And I
god!
would destroy it, the whole thing, and then just go to
One
sleep.
shot.
One shot. So bad for you. I would destroy a whole sleeve of bacon, or it would be like a pint of like ice cream, and then my ultimate, like if there was no bacon or ice cream, I would just make a massive, massive, massive bowl. Like I'm talking about like a mixing bowl of just cereal. I do also remember one time, like there's always those times where you go home also and there's no food in the fridge, so you just throw some random concoction together. Like I think I remember putting ranch dressing on like a slice of bread and putting like a slab of mozzarella on it, and then you throw it in the fucking oven to like melt it and make it.
Yo,
it was horrible.
Foul shit.
Okay, so how'd that actually taste?
I think we ended up like, dude. I took like a bite, dude. It was foul, man. When you have pizza in your mind, and dude, it's cold mustard on cold bread with cold ketchup. Like, I think we like tried to like feed it to the dog, and like be like, oh,
Even the dog was like,
the
ugh.
dog was like, no. Hey!